Did you know that the stock market is not a representation of our actual current economy? The stock market is, was, and will always be forward looking, right? It's very much like, okay, but what have you done for me lately? You know, we can look at all the last day, the last earnings, the last bunch of sales, the last subscriber thing for Netflix. All of that is old. What about next? What's happening next? That's why we say Wall Street, the stock market, forward looking. So what's happening here and now doesn't matter. So you could look at the stock market hitting record highs, and say, well, that must mean the economy is strong, right? Well, stock market's open. I'm going to show you otherwise. And all we're going to do is look at 12 economic indicators. And I have some definitions already up on the screen so we don't waste a lot of time. Let's take a look and see how bad things maybe actually are right now. U.S. wages and salary growth is on the decline. U.S. employment is on the decline. No surprise, U.S. unemployment is on the rise. The consumer price index is skyrocketing. The consumer price index is a measure of the average change over time in the prices paid by urban consumers for a market basket of consumer goods and services. What about U.S. inflation? Look at that. It starts to pull back a little bit and then, it's rising again. U.S. import prices kind of all over the map, but rising again. Didn't Trump just say that he was going to put in a 100% tariff on China again? What about personal consumption expenditure? That's a mouthful, but it's on the rise. The PCE is the primary measure of consumer spending on goods and services in the U.S. economy. What about energy inflation? I mean, everyone's complaining about higher utility bills and, big jump. How about U.S. retail sales? I mean, are people buying stuff? On the decline. And even though retail sales are down, consumer spending is up. What about personal savings? Also on the decline. What about total household debt? Oh boy. What can you do? When you look at all this data, it looks pretty scary. Remember that recessions are normal, they happen every couple of years, and the real goal, let me see if I can find it very easily, the real goal is to take advantage of recessions. Now, we don't know when it's starting. Everyone says, when's it going to start? Has it already happened? By the way, remember, recessions aren't a personal feeling. What you're feeling is other things, but you're not feeling a recession. Recession is number-based, not emotion-based. Get yourself one of these. This is my 2008 recession investing wish list. I was only 23 years old, but I knew enough to know that, hey, there are some real opportunities here. Come up with your own list. Start saving money and start preparing because, you've seen the numbers.